Chuck and Chubby Sports, where we back and are yapping. We ain't never capping, not subtracting. So what's happening? This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what you know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what I know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what we know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what we know. So let's go.
Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? What's going on? Happy Sunday. Yo, me and Shy had a dope live last night. Unc came through, blessed us, man, with a couple of segments in the NBA. I advise y'all to go check that out, man. It's in a live joint on YouTube. Before we get started today, man, I wanted to give a shout out to Master Barbers in Erie, PA, man. They'll hook you up. You ever sliding through Erie, man, you need a nice cut during the week, man, I advise you to go to Master Barbers, man. You got it set on lock. That's all you got to search up. You know what I'm saying? You download the Cut app, find them, man. It's dope. They're dope. There's a lot of good barbers out here, but that's where I go. That's where I've been going for the past 4 years, and I'm telling you, they get the job done there. Also, man, anybody interested in pit bull puppies, you know what I'm saying, hit me up, DM me, and you can hit me up either way, leave a comment. You saying Bark Avenue, he got pups, you know what I'm saying, real. I went live on him with Facebook last night, got some pups, you know, so if you ever want a puppy, just let me know. Airbnbs, we got those on lock too. You know what I'm saying? Mo Bangs be up there in the show. She's be supporting. She has excellent B&Bs down there in North Carolina. I believe it's in the Raleigh area, about 20 minutes from the beach. You know what I'm saying? So that time is coming up in the summertime. So you can book your joint, get your joint going and all that good stuff, man, because you know you're going to need it. You heard me? All right. Anybody needing some hats, you know what I'm saying? But Cuz Record Remix, he'll hook your hat up, deck it all out for you, make it look nice. We got it going on out here, man. I got the plugs for everything you need, man. So just hit me up, let me know what's going on. But we about to get up into the ACC running backs that will ruin your season. Before we do that, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Now let's get up into it. Let's go. Now, first off, man, I'm sitting here and we going through a lot last night, and he got me sold on Syracuse a little bit. And see, that's why I like talking to my guy Shad, man, because we discuss a lot that goes on, you know, with sports and everything. But yeah, so, you know, I'm going to talk about Syracuse here in a minute. But first, we're going to get up into this. The first guy y'all see there, I know y'all seen, man. He be bucking, man. That's a Marion Hampton from UNC. We call that the Unk. You feel what I'm saying? Look, that's my cousin. I'm claiming him. He's a bad running back up out there, man. Had 253 carries, 1,504 yards. He was averaging 6 yards per carry. Had a long of 68. That mean he was putting them wheels on y'all boys like, yes, sir, he definitely was. 15 touchdowns to add to it. Had 222 reception yards, 1 touchdown. He had no fumbles. PFF gave him a grade of offensive grade at 88.7, a run grade at a 90.6, a receiving grade at a 70.7, and a pass blocking grade at 51.3, run blocking grade at 58.8. I'm telling you, man, he bad. He coming back with a vengeance, man. Look, he was the best back in the ACC last year statistically. If you want to go off just looking wise, he was, and he's coming back to North Carolina Tar Heels, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. I mean, they did lose Chapman to Marshall, but that was a good move from him because we know Marshall is like a wide receiver factory. The late great Randy Moss went there, so you can't blame that young man for that move that he made. But I'm telling you, Omarion Hampton, I'm surprised that UNC hasn't, in the transfer portal hasn't been one of them destinations that all these players want to go to. Saying that they got a real chance. They got the running game on lock. Drake May being gone, next step up there. But look, man, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, though. Omarion Hampton is definitely going to be a running back in the ACC. That will ruin your season if you don't pay attention. You heard me? So you better be on your A game when your face up. That's a fact. Now, see, I like this, right? Because Jordan, he went ahead and declared for the draft, the NFL draft coming out early. Now, he did declare for the draft, and his stats was good enough to declare for the draft. And I guess, they're like, look, I'm done with college. I'm not going to switch up on my team. I'm going pro. And you got to respect that decision too. You know what I'm saying? But that leaves these two running backs for Louisville. And this 1-2 punch might ruin your season because Louisville got some other pieces. I don't want to ruin everything because I'll be making videos on the defense, linebackers, cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving on the defense next probably. But look, I don't want to ruin everything for y'all. But Louisville been up in the portal. They are doing one of the best jobs in the ACC when it comes to the portal right now. But these running backs is just crazy. And y'all like, who's this guy from Toledo? Penny Boone is a monster, straight up monster. Big boy back too. You know what I'm saying? Big boy back, man. What is he? He's 6'1", 242 pounds. Jeez. Had 194 carries for the Toledo Rockets last year, 1,400 yards, averaged 7 yards per tote, had a long of 71 yards, 15 touchdowns, had 15 receptions for 219 yards, 1 touchdown, had a long reception catch of 47 yards, and no fumbles. PFF got him offensive grade at 88, run graded at 90.2, receiving grade at a 59.3, pass blocking got a 57.1, and they got a run blocking grade at a 66.4. Yo, he is a brute of a back, bro. That's him over here on the right hand side, as y'all could tell by the uniform he got on from Toledo, bro. Stiff arming Eastern Michigan, look like a defensive lineman. Like, come on, bro. He's big and he's moving. Louisville got them one with Penny Boone, man. He's coming back for a senior year, by the way. And then you got Donald Chaney Jr. They grabbed him up from Miami. He's going into his junior season. He had 94 carries, 478 yards, averaged 5 yards per tote, had only 2 touchdowns, had a long of 29 yards, 5 receptions, 15 yards, no touchdowns. But guess what, though? What matters here, he ain't had no fumbles, and that's good, right? He ain't had no fumbles. So and then he had no PFF grade, right? Because I mean, look, you can't grade him off of just the little 94 carries he had. He only had 5 receptions for 15 yards, no touchdowns. But look, I mean, his stat, man, look, the guy is going to ball out, man. You know what I mean? He come from Miami, going up to Louisville. He got a great senior to look at, to learn from. He didn't do bad down there. Miami had a few backs. We're going to get up into the U in a minute here because, look, the U got some backs that'll ruin your season. I believe so. They haven't declared for the draft. They haven't switched sides. So, look, I'll be talking about them here in a minute. Give me a shot, but give me a chance. But, look, these backs, this 1-2 punch is going to be great for Louisville. They're going to be great for Louisville, man. And I just can't. You can harp on what they're going to do. But like I said last night, I knew Louisville was going to be a problem. And I think they just became more of a problem in your eyes. You feel me? Let's go. Next backs. Syracuse. Man, my guy Shad sold me on Syracuse, man. He said he liked Fran Brown, like what he doing. They went and grabbed Coach Nick from Colorado. That's why they getting all these big time recruits and all of that. But look, before I get up into it, let me talk about LaQuint Allen, dog. Coming back for his junior season, 6'1", 195 pounds, had 245 carries for 1,064 yards, averaged 4 yards per tote, had a long of 56, 9 touchdowns, 38 receptions, 210 yards. He had a touchdown and they had no fumbles, dog. None. PFF gave him an overall offensive grade at 76.8. He even had a passer grade 35.1, but hey, he ain't no quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Gave him a run grade at an 82, receiving grade 63, pass blocking grade of 44, run blocking grade of a 47. Like all even numbers for this young man right here going into his junior season. So we could say he got 2 more years of eligibility left, and he's looking good for the Syracuse Orange. Now, I was sold on Syracuse by Shad. Now say that again. I just was. Looking at what they all grabbed up and the running back that they have, Syracuse is primed to do some damage. Now, what have I been saying for the longest? I know a lot of the old school guys out there. I know how y'all feel, and y'all always say, man, I don't believe in going out, in the weather. I don't believe in domes. I like the weather in football, but not a lot of these kids don't. And why is Syracuse a destination for all these top recruits? Why are they? These guys that are coming from the South that are used to the Southern weather, that like playing down there. Why is Syracuse one of the biggest destinations up north for a lot of recruits? Because they have a dome. I'm telling you, that has a lot to do with it. They should do a poll for every college player and NFL player. When they make it to this collegiate level now where they're getting paid off their name, image, and likeness and into the pros, they should have a poll in players and say, do y'all like playing in the elements versus domes? I'm telling you, I think it'd be domes. I'm just saying. Especially when you ain't running around and you're just sitting spectating on the game. You got you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, it's leaning towards you don't need fans anyway in the game. All the sponsors, television deals and everything, they're trying to make fans obsolete anyhow. But we don't like sitting in the cold watching these games for entertainment. Like, I'm just keeping it buck. Or it's just super hot, but a dome, I think that's why Syracuse is getting it. But you let me know down in the comments if you think that has something to do with it. But I do think that they're getting a lot of these recruits because of the dome. I think that has something to do with it, to be honest. I honestly do. I know they're pitching that when it's all said and done, because you can't beat that. And then when you want to practice on your home field, like, no better place to do that. Who else is using it besides them? That's what's up. But moving on to the next guy, because I definitely think LaQuint Allen is going to step up in this junior season, man. He's definitely going to step it up and produce more for Syracuse, especially with a better quarterback in Cal McCord being there, opening up that pass game. So look, they're gonna be set to do some damage in the ACC. For real, they are. Next up, who we got? Jamal Haynes from Georgia Tech. Wow, people say, oh, small old Jamal Haynes. Yeah, 5'9", 180, but he's way tougher than that. Look how he running, dog. Look, that's why I got that picture up there. Don't sleep on him, bro. And UCF was a no joke last year. They wasn't no pushover last year, and Georgia Tech wasn't either. And guess what? The best thing about him, he only coming back for his sophomore season. He was a freshman. You know what I'm saying? According to the NCAA, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, coming for his junior season. Like, he's still young, bro. Young man. He's still young out there. And he's balling. Had 174 carries, 1,059 yards, averaged 6 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns, had a long of 67, so he could scoot on you. 20 receptions, 151 yards, 1 touchdown, had a long of 46 when he caught one of them joints, took it to that from 46 yards, and he had no fumbles. All right. That's crazy. And PFF gave him a grade of an 80.8 overall. They gave him an 86.8 in a run, gave him a 50.4 receiving, 40.5 pass blocking, 60.7 run blocking. All right, yeah, he's a little smaller guy, so pass blocking maybe not his strong suit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Georgia Tech, probably they got something in the works. I'm sure of it. Give him a little bit of help to tote those carries, because getting banged up at a running back position is just bound to happen, right? So yeah, get him another back that could take some of them carries off him too. But I believe he's going to come back, and Georgia Tech is going to be one of them teams that's most definitely going to wreck, man. I know they're on their way to building something back in Georgia Tech. They're building that program back to standard. They're in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, look, Atlanta's a hot city. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of recruits that want to go there and play at Georgia Tech again. I think they're getting back to that standard. And as long as they keep on winning, they will keep getting the recruits they need at Georgia Tech. It's a great college. You know what I'm saying? You really can't beat it. And I think they're way on their way back for prominence, man. And Jamal Hayes is on the list to help make that happen. He definitely will double those touchdowns to me. I think he's going to go for like 14 this year, maybe more, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. We ain't right all the time out here, but he's most definitely one of these running backs that will ruin your season. You heard? Next up, we got Phil Maffa from Clemson. Why Phil Maffa from Clemson? 6'1", 230. Look at him rumbling and bumbling. He was a big reason why they took it to Notre Dame last year, bruh. And that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. The Clemson fans been so spoiled by Dabo in all the years. Y'all getting back to where y'all used to be. It takes time. The ACC is better when the Hurricanes is good. I ain't gonna lie, when Pitt's better than what we playing, but we'll get back there. It's taking some years, you know what I'm saying? We rebuilding, you know what I'm saying? Pitt's rebuilding right now, so we're back up that way. But Clemson's good, Florida State's good, Miami's good. I hope SMU and the Stanford Cardinals and Cal can help make it a lot more competitive, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I just, I sometimes I get the rambling and I gotta stop. You know what I mean? Look, anyway, Phil Maffa, y'all, had 179 carries for 965 yards, average 5 yards per tote, 13 touchdowns, had a long of 49, 21 receptions, 108 yards. He had no touchdowns receiving. That's cool, but he ain't fumbled. None of these backs fumbled. That's crazy. And why is that crazy? Because the ACC had the best run defenses in college. I mean, when you look at the level of competition, you know what I'm saying? And they had the best run defense. And it was the Canes. I thought the Canes had the best run defense, period. And I honestly do. I really do. Not just statistically, but looking at what they had with the linebackers, and it was a big loss to them. And I understand that now because, you know what I'm saying, I'm conversing with a lot of Miami Hurricanes fans, so I definitely understand why they had the best run defense. And I honestly think they just did. When you watched them last year, statistically last year, but Clemson had the best defense, overall defense in the ACC last year. And look, Phil Maffa, he coming back. He's about to do some damage. Big back. PFF gave him an overall offensive rating at 80.9. He had a passer rating, 60.4, 87.4 in the run grade, 55.6 receiving grade, 45.7 pass blocking grade, 48 on the run blocking grade. When you in the 40s, 50s, you know what I'm saying? I guess when you in the 70s, you're a great pass blocking back. When you in the 40s, 50s, you got some work to do. But yeah, he got some work to do in that area. But we'll see what he do. For right now, as long as he can tote that rock for Clemson and give them some breathing room and do what he did versus Notre Dame and stay that consistent, man, watch out for Clemson, man, because look, Phil Maffa is going to be one of them running backs that'll ruin your season. That's a fact. Next up, Who we got? Oh yeah, y'all see got Boston College on here. You ain't got Pitt. Well, not Pitt backs. Like, to be honest, that we still got some work to do. We still got some work to do. Now, do I think now right before I get up into Boston College, I gotta show some love to the Pitt Panthers and all that, because yes, they do got some nice recruits coming in this year. I think they did very good with grabbing up the guy from Clemson. I can't pronounce his last name. The Edge. I don't want to mess it up or butcher it that bad, but I think they get good with their high school recruiting. They got a bunch of sleepers. You know what I'm saying? Guys that should be ranked way higher than what they are. They got a nice linebacker, Cameron Limsey. I talked about him a couple of times from Aliquippa. They brought in a couple of other freshmen that I hope stay there at Pitt, and they will draw in more players once they perform well. You know what I mean? But if they need to move on and go somewhere else besides Pitt and it to the better for their career, then that's just what they have to do. But yeah, but definitely Boston College, because look, Kai Roby, and that's what I'm gonna call him, Kai Robichaux, Robicho, I guess that's what his last name is, and that's the best I can get that. You feel me? Look, he's a baller, dog. He's a baller. Like, he's definitely one of the best backs. And he, like, look, statistically, you can say what you want and say, oh no, his stats just wasn't there last year. Nah, he was that, like, their quarterback was the leading rusher. You know what I'm saying? Their quarterback was most definitely their leading rusher when it comes down to it in the ACC. That's a fact. But I mean, when you got somebody like Thomas Castellanos out there running around like that, the way he was running for his life and then getting busy, I mean, of course he's going to be one of the leading rushers in the ACC for his team. But no further ado, man, let me get up into this guy right here, man, and show this guy Kai all the love, man, because Kai was out here balling last year. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? The guy was going off, man. He was going off. Kai Robicho was going off last year, bro. And I'm gonna start with his PFF grade, because that's what ranks him higher in the conference, and he's a sleeper. He's a sleeper, bro. All right. Overall offensive grade 78.7. Passer, it gave him a pass rating of 60. He's ranked 83.5 in a run, 52.6 receiving, 64.8 pass blocking, 46.3 in a run block. Yo, out of all the backs, that I just told y'all about, bro, like I just told y'all about the lead in rushers, he has the best pass blocker rating by PFF by far. You know what I'm saying? Coming back for his senior season, dog. You feel what I'm saying? He had 163 carries for 780 yards. He averaged about 5 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns, had a long of 57. He had 15 receptions for 108 yards. He averaged 7 yards per catch, no touchdowns, had a long of 45. He had no fumbles last year. None. He had no fumbles last year. He's staying right at BC. And BC is one of them teams, period, point blank, in the ACC, that if you do not show up to play, they will ruin your season. Just like Pitt. Pitt is another one of them teams that will ruin your season. Just like I think Stanford adds to that, and they will, if you don't face them, they will ruin your season. You know what I mean? Like, the ACC has some teams that will ruin your season, but this is one of them running backs. If you do not play this team well, he will beat on you, run all over your squad, and y'all will have your season ruined. So when you're facing them, bring your A game. All right, that's all I'm asking. Now, yes, the U was on here last. Well, I mean, it's no secret what the U's been doing out there. We know what the U's been doing. The U has been absolutely busy in the portal. We know what they've been doing. But as far as I'm knowing, their backs have not declared for the drafts, and they have not, and they're coming back. They have not transferred, right? As far as I know. All right, let me make that clear. As far as I know. Now, this 1-2 punch that they got right here that I got on screen with Henry Parrish Jr. and Mark Fletcher Jr. is going to be dominant. Now, Mark Fletcher was a freshman. You know what I'm saying? 6'2", 225. He's going to be a very good back for years to come if he stays put where he's at. Look, Mario Cristobal got him one for the next at least 2 years. At least the next 2 years. This season here coming up, and then next season. Look, because let me talk about first. I'll get into Henry Parrish first. Had 100 carries. He stands at 5'10", 190 pounds. Had 100 carries, 625 yards, averaged 6 yards per carry, 6 touchdowns. Had a longer 38, 11 receptions, 32 yards, no touchdowns, and no fumbles. But he's coming back for a senior season. So he's not coming to play. He's not coming to play, dog. He's coming there. They're coming back for a reason. They got a nice quarterback room going on. I like the honest quarterback little competition they got going on, because either quarterback can get it done for the U this year. I believe so. Either quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But let's just be honest and let's be real. Cameron Ward has the job right now by default. All right. And that's just a fact. Now, things happen during the season. And that's why Jakari will be there to pick it up. And guess what? If Cam Ward can't stay healthy and Jakari get that job, it's over. He's not giving it back. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel now. And I'm not. That's just an outsider looking in. Hurricanes fans. You know, I don't think that he's going. It's not going back to Ward. If Ward, you know what I'm saying, make some mistakes, or you know, because there's no tolerance with him right now, as far as I know. You know, he got to come in there and get the job done. He can't take no L's. The first L he take, it's like you should have just left Jakari play this year. We should have let Jakari come in there and develop. If we was going to take any L's, I feel that. Now, I agree with that, Hurricanes fans. I honestly agree with that. If you're going to take any L's this season by the hands of Cameron Ward coming there to the U, you might as well just had Jakari Brown play quarterback, get used to playing, you know, with the practicing with the ones at practice, getting all the times in with his guys and developing. Because I honestly don't think that he's going to give up no more than 3 L's in this season. To me, you know what I'm saying? Big guy, he can get it done. He can move. I think he said he work on his accuracy, but look, he can pass better than what a lot of people's giving him. But look, anyhow, I'm talking about the backs right now. I get the rambling sometimes, right? But like I just read y'all Henry Parrish's his stats. Now his PFF, they got him overall ranked in the offense at 78.1. They got him at a run grade at 83.4, a receiving grade at a 51, a pass blocking grade at a 54.7, and a run blocking grade at a 59. That's why he's not going into the draft, because that right there is not that great, but it will pick up this year. I believe it will. Now, when you're looking at Mark Fletcher, he's coming back for his sophomore season. He is a beast. 105 carries, 514 yards, average 5 yards per tote, 5 touchdowns, had a longer 54, 7 receptions, 62 yards. He didn't have no touchdowns, and he also didn't have a fumble. Come on, man. Come with it. All right. You know what I'm saying? And that's as far as the stats I seen. All right. Now, it might have been a receiving fumble. Now, it blew out of it. All right. But look, now PFF gave Mark Fletcher Jr. an overall offensive grade at an 83.9. Gave him a run grade at an 84.9. A receiving grade at a 58.7. A pass blocking grade at a 68.2. And they gave him a run blocking grade at a 71.6. That is very high, bro. Come on, bro. That's very high, bro. Like, he might be able to, like, and look, that's damn near, he's damn near better than some running backs that's in the draft right now. Right now that we're speaking right now, bro. And look, all I can say is that things is looking up for the ACC in total, with the teams being the way that they are. The teams being the way that they are, it's only making the ACC better. I am rooting for the ACC conference by default this year because of not what just happened to Florida State last year, but the ACC and anybody in the ACC conference that plays for it. If y'all hear this and it ever reaches y'all, show up and show out every time y'all playing outside of y'all conference, because they need to put some respect on the ACC, dog. They need to put some respect on the ACC out there. The ACC fan base and all the fans, they're strong as everywhere else. They always saying that they don't they don't got the best players, but they get ballers. They get ballers. And I believe that college football is spread out enough now that each conference should be able to compete with the top teams at every conference should be able to go outside and compete with the top teams from every other conference. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all spread out now. But in closing, and I'm gonna get up out of here. And I thank y'all for watching and tuning in. I feel when every Miami Hurricane fan say there's no tolerance for Cameron Ward, I feel that. I understand what y'all said now. I've been around talking to a lot of guys who love like the Hurricanes and follow the Hurricanes heavy, and just an outsider looking in. Yes, the way that everything's going on, there's no tolerance with Cameron. Cameron got to come in. I just hope he don't come in and play hero ball, mess up this season, but he got to come in, produce, and he can't lose a game because of him. If there's an L because of his lack of play, Jakari goes in there immediately, in my opinion. But y'all tell me what you think down in the comments, man. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all share it with y'all friends and your family. I appreciate y'all. Until the next one, y'all, I'm up out of here, man. Y'all stay blessed. Stay on your A game out there. Peace. I'm up out of here, man.